vidIQ is a Chrome plugin that allows you to see statistics on other people's videos. You can see them on yours too, but it's more important when you're doing research on other people's channels and other people's videos. It used to be that they only let people download it if they had at least 1,000 subscribers, but I emailed them and they emailed me back in October 2015 and they told me they no longer have a restriction. Any number of subscribers is fine. The thing is, you have to have Chrome on your PC first. So if you haven't downloaded Chrome, do that first and then come to vidIQ.com and sign up and download the plugin. Once you do and you're on YouTube in Chrome, you'll see some statistics on the right side of a video, and you'll also see the tags that the person put on their particular video, and you can copy them with one click of the paperclip. This is such a great resource. We're going to come back to viewing the vidIQ data a few times during this course. As you add videos to your channel, you want to decide what kinds of subtopics they belong to and create a playlist for each subtopic. Now, in everyone's channel, there's a set of menu options up here. You can call them tabs, and there's one called Playlists. So I'm going to click it, and you can see what categories my playlists are under. And I can assign my videos into whatever playlist I want. Here's someone else's channel and how she has her different playlists, and then it'll say how many videos are in each, and here's someone else's. And it starts, well, whatever thumbnail shows depends on how the playlist is set up. So going into one of my videos, when I upload the video and I'm in edit mode, there's this spot here called Playlists. And I can click it. Then I can click the check boxes for any of them. I can also create a new playlist right from here. I don't have to be in the main playlist page. Now you can see I have a recipe here, and I put it into the cooking videos playlist and the healthy recipe videos playlist, because I figure some people want to look at all my cooking videos regardless if they're super healthy or not. So that's how you assign a video you're working on to a playlist. Now, when you're in a playlist, one of the things you can do is click this edit button, the pencil, and put in a description. And then there's a playlist setting. And in the playlist setting, of course, you want them to be public. Well, I do anyway. But if for some reason you didn't want them to be, all the videos could be unlisted or private. And then you can also decide the order that they're going to show in. And I have them in this particular one with the newest published listing first. Or you can make it manual. I do have one that I sort as manual because I just have some really popular videos that I always want to show on top. You can decide if you want to set a particular playlist as the official series. I don't have any of mine set for this. There's this question mark that you can mouse over to get the help. And I think allow embedding is also a default. There's an auto add tab, and I don't have any rules for that. I like to choose myself, and then other people can contribute and add videos to the playlist. I don't do that. So that's how you set up some of the background for each playlist. This is such a great thing. I really enjoy having my videos in a certain order. Here's my around the house. This is the one that I have. My more popular videos are how to get rid of fruit flies. So I have those listed first. And when I add a new video to this playlist, it always goes to the bottom, but I can drag it, and I like this one. I did just add this. I can drag it and move it up if I want. so that somebody coming to the channel might see it in a different place. So that's playlists. Such a great thing to sort your videos. In the title of your video, the first few words are very important because those are what Google uses the most when doing searches, when people type in a search and you really want your video to be found. So keep that in mind as you're naming your files and giving names to your videos. The other important thing is you can make it longer. You can add some other words, like I added really good here, or on this one, Carity Makeup Brush Set Review, affordable brushes. You know, I might play with it and switch that around later, affordable brushes, because people might be typing in affordable makeup brushes. Then the other thing to keep in mind is when you're working with your files before you upload them, the produced file, the raw file comes in over here on the right with a name, and you don't want that name to be too different from the title you're going to give the video. It'll actually pop in whatever the raw file name was, but you can obviously change the title. But you want to keep that as much the same as possible. So if your raw file has some combination of letters and numbers and that, before you upload it, change the name to be closer to the title of your video. Now, later, like I said, you can test changing the name of the title of your video to see if you get more views. Maybe you'll get found a little bit more. And that's a great way to see what would be the best title for your particular video. The description box below the video can hold a lot of text. It starts out really tiny, but lots and lots of text. I don't know how much it can hold. I've never gotten to the maximum. You can use the title of the video in the first line, and certain experts say that putting the title at the beginning of the description is good for keywords and searching, for when people search in YouTube and when people search in Google for topics and in ranking and searches. And then, of course, a long description works well because of all the keywords in it. Google search likes a long keyword-rich description. The most important things you can put toward the top, of course, and then less important things that are just in there for as wording and paragraphs can go on the bottom. Don't put tags in here, though. Just put full sentences. The other thing that both Google and YouTube likes, and by like, I mean they rank it highly when someone's searching for your topics. They like it when the descriptions have links. So links to what? You can have links to other videos on your channel. You can have links to products you mention. And you can have links to your blog or website, Facebook page, Twitter account, or Twitter handle, whatever you want to call it. Those kinds of links. It does like links in the searches. So go ahead and put links into your video description boxes and nice long descriptions. When you have a YouTube channel, you'll want to use the tags field effectively so that you'll rank highly when people search for topics on the particular video you want to be able to be found. This is the tags area, and you can start by adding words and phrases that are already in your description and that are in your title. Then this is where we're going to look to vidIQ to give us more hints about other tags that we might do. So over here on another tab for YouTube, in the search field, I've typed clear a toilet clog and plunger. something that somebody might type in to find a video like mine. And what I'm looking for are competitors' videos that have a lot of views. So the other nice thing is more recently they've started adding on the search page, this is one main page, maybe 2 or 3 people's tags before having to click in them. So here's a guy who has almost 500,000 views. He has some pretty good tags. So I've opened up that video over here, and over on the right, we have from the vidIQ plugin, his tags. And what I'm going to do is hover my mouse over the paperclip and click it. And when I do, it tells me the tags were copied, all of them. So now I'm going back to my video. I'm going to click in the tags field and either paste by pressing Control V on my keyboard or right-clicking the mouse and clicking paste. So all of his tags show here. Now, fortunately, they're starting to tell me in this red little tiny numbers that I'm over. That used to not be there. It used to be that I would click Save Changes and I'd get this message saying your tags are too long, which is a goofy message. Because what they're really trying to say is you have too many tags, not that they're too long. So it's just a weird way to say it. So I need to get rid of some of these. And I want to get rid of the ones anyway that are very particular to that other person's video. So Uncle Knackers, that's some kind of word he goes by. DIY for Knuckleheads. Nobody I know is going to type that in. So I'm just going to get rid of some of these. Now, he had some pretty good tags, actually. And I like them. And I think there are people who are going to type in some of these things. So I wish I had more than 500 to go by. But I'll get rid of How To and Plunger because I already have Plunger. I'll get rid of Unblocked. I'm down to 505. And let's see. I'll just get rid of Toilet, 498. Okay. So now I have less than 500 and it's no longer red. And when I click Save, it's going to save properly. One other idea that you can do is to get other ideas for tags is just to come to a regular YouTube page and click in the open search field and just start typing what you think people will type. So unclog a toilet. Now you'll see other people have already typed without a plunger in 11 seconds, with a plunger. So I could put those in as my tags, or clogged toilet. And people have typed fix overflowing poop. No plunger, snake drain solution, baking soda, and plunger. And I could continue typing other things and getting other ideas for great tags. I might even get better ideas for better titles. I'm going to show you one more other idea for getting some great ideas for tags. My next suggestion is that you get a Google AdWords account. Now this is not Google AdSense. This is Google AdWords. And the only reason I think you should get this is because the keyword tool is in this account. And it's the only way to get to the Google keyword tool. Google AdWords is what Google uses for their pay-per-click. You're not going to be doing pay-per-click, not until you're making a lot of money, because pay-per-click is very expensive. But what you will do when you get a Google AdWords account is you'll go into Tools and Keyword Planner. Takes a little bit of time to come up. The nice thing about this is in the center here, we have, before you begin, how to use a keyword planner, in case you want to look at that after you get the account. And then over here on the left, this is where we're going to go under Find New Keywords and Get Search Volume Data. We're going to search for new keywords using a phrase, website, or category. I click that. And then in the open box, I'm going to type something that people might type. So unclog a toilet. Then I have to scroll down to find the blue button that says Get Ideas. And what's going to come up are 2 tabs. One is called Add Group Ideas, and then the other is Keyword Ideas. Both of them have excellent groups of words and phrases that would make excellent tags for my video. Now, I suggest you come in here and look at this before you even finish your video, way before you upload the video to YouTube, because you might find better ideas for naming your video as a title and even better description. So do that while you're doing your research. Come in here and grab some of these ideas, come up with a better title, great ideas for words and phrases to put in your description, and great ideas for tags. If you'd like another idea for getting a few more ideas for tags for your videos, this one also comes from vidIQ. In my own video, when I'm in edit mode and I go below the tags, there are some suggested tags here as well. So what you can do if you want them, you can just click the plus sign and they'll be added. Some of these I might want and some of these I don't really want. And that's as long as you're under your 500 number, you're good. And that's it. Then click Save Changes. And that's one more way to get a few tags that you can easily add to your videos. When you watch any YouTube video, on the right-hand side of the screen, you'll see thumbnails from other videos. About 19 or 20 of them will appear here. And when people watch one of your videos, you want as many of your other videos to appear here on the right. Now, when you have vidIQ, the plugin in Chrome, you'll also see in this vidIQ box under Creator Suggested how many of those belong to the same channel as the video you're watching. So when you're on one of your videos and you see Creator Suggested 4/20, it means there are 20 thumbnails on the right and 4 of those are yours. So this is one of my older videos and 4 more of my videos are mine that appeared on here. Interestingly, they're not all from the same playlist. So this How to Make a Bow is mine, but so is this vegan mayonnaise, which is really strange. How to Make a Bow with Ribbon, that's mine. And then there's one more somewhere. Well, anyway, to increase the likelihood of your other videos appearing on the right when someone is watching one of your videos, there is something that you can do in your tags. And that is to create a word that no one else would be using and add it to your tags. So here I have one of my videos in edit mode. And you'd want to come up with a word. Here, what I've done, instead of having one word in all of my videos on my channel, I have one word per playlist. So my Christmas related videos are Christmas GBTV1. Now, let's say your name is Ashley and you're doing some beauty related videos. You could have a tag called Ashley Beauty and a number and add those to all your beauty videos in the tags. Or if you did home decor and your name was Ashley, it could be Ashley Home Decor and a number and add that. So you would add that tag that you come up with to every video in your channel's playlist. But if your channel's videos are about one topic, then you could have one word, and again, it could be a word and a number that you can use in every video on your channel. And if you're going to do that, you can also go into this channel area in Upload Defaults and go to this Tags field and type the tag into this field, and then that way every video that you upload will already have that tag. This special keyword as a tag will help to increase the likelihood that your videos will appear on the right side of the screen when someone is watching your videos. And here I have another one. 2 out of 20 are mine on this one. If we go back to one we looked at earlier, this other person's on how to unclog a toilet. He's got 4 out of 19 videos on the right panel. So that's how you can increase the likelihood that it's called YouTube suggested videos, that more of yours will appear in the right panel. After your channel has been approved for monetization, you'll be able to create your own custom thumbnails for each of your videos. But until then, YouTube will offer you 3 possible freeze frames to choose as a thumbnail for your video. Now, before your channel is monetized, I suggest you create thumbnail files for each video you create and then save the thumbnail files for later. After your channel is monetized, you can go back and add the thumbnail file for each video. I really wish I had done that. Now, the best thumbnails, by people who have studied this and seen what people tend to gravitate towards, they have colors that stand out well, such as bright colors in the background. They'll often have a picture of someone's face that shows some type of expression or emotion. It could be happiness or upset, but some sort of expression. The exception would be pictures of food or something else that's going to be in the video. And then the third thing is, if there's text in the thumbnail, it needs to be text that can be read, because as you can see, thumbnails get really small. And then don't put anything in the lower right corner, because you can see on the YouTube pages, they put the time length of the video there. When you're on someone else's channel and you want to see the order in which their videos are added, go to this Videos tab, and they're automatically sorted with the newest on top. But if you want to see what their oldest was and what the thumbnail looked like and even the date, you click this drop down and click oldest to newest. So now you can see my oldest videos. This is before I was doing thumbnails and they look terrible. I mean, this one is close to being a decent thumbnail, but ay. And I just haven't had a chance to go back and change these. Here's one I did, but I just haven't had time. So my oldest videos have the worst thumbnails ever. And the other thing you can tell, by the way, as long as we're here, is you can also sort by most popular in someone else's channel and see what their most popular videos are in that order. Okay, so let's go back to my newest at the top, and you can see that my thumbnails got a lot better. So I found out about much of this after uploading a lot of videos, and I create better thumbnails now. I still have these more older videos to go back to make thumbnails, really decent ones. So we'll have more details about creating thumbnails and banners in a later section. Annotations are a great way to keep viewers engaged. We're going to go into a video we previously worked on, and we're going to click Edit. And there are all these different kinds of ways to edit videos, and we're going to go into Annotations. And it'll start playing the video right away. But what I want to do is take it all the way to the end clip, where we had some really nice links. And you have to get it just so, and I want to get it just as it's starting. Oops, I think this is where it starts to fade. All right. Now, there are 2 schools of thought as far as asking people to subscribe. Some people say, don't ask people to subscribe. Like, don't even come right out and ask. Just tell them, click here to see more videos like this one. Others say, no, ask people to subscribe. Actually say it out loud before you get to the end of your video. So I'm going to show you two different schools of thought for this and two different ways of doing this. So the first is we want to make the subscribe button clickable. And we're going to do that over on the right by adding an annotation. And this annotation is going to be a spotlight. Now when you first click spotlight, it shows up like this in the middle of the screen, but you just click and drag the squares to the corners of your button that you've already created. And then what you want to do is on the right side, click link, and it defaults to video, but you want to put it to subscribe. Then in the open box, you have to put the name of your channel. Below that field, there's another checkbox that says open link in a new window. When you choose subscribe, this one is automatically clicked. I always choose to have a check mark in this button. Now, sometimes annotations work weird. This one's too short, so I'm going to click and drag it to get it to open all the way. And I've noticed lately that sometimes when I click somewhere to start an annotation, YouTube actually starts it earlier than I want, which is a little goofy. All right, so that's the first one. Now, as you're working in these two, you'll see save or apply changes. You can click apply changes just to make sure everything's saved. So the next one I want to add is for this one over here. And actually what I want to do is choose a playlist for this or choose some kind of video. So let's say I want to do a playlist. So I'm going to go in YouTube. I'm already logged in. And I want to choose one of my playlists. So let's say I want my healthy recipes. So what I'm going to do is come to this playlist. It's right here. And I'm going to click in the URL field and grab that particular URL string, go back to my video. I'm going to click to add an annotation. This is also a spotlight. On the right side, click the link, change it from video to playlist, click in the open field, and on my keyboard, I'm going to press Control V, or you can right click and click paste. And I also want it to open the link in a new browser. Now this particular box I want to be over this yellow button. So I'm going to click and drag that. And my annotation is too short. All right. And then as I click, I just want to make sure that those annotations stay there for the whole thing. All right. So those are the annotations that I'm putting on my end clip to make sure that those things are clickable. Oh, every time you move the little button, it starts to play the video. Now, let's say that during my video, I want to add annotations. You've probably seen these before. The only thing is they're not on mobile devices. That's something else called a card, but we'll look at that in a different lecture. So let's say I want to put in another video. Let's say I want to do this one. So what I'm going to do, but I want to make it a note. So under click add annotation, I'm going to click note, and you see this little box popped up, and we can change the color of that if we want. And then I'm going to click in this note box, and I'm going to say click here to let's see, or maybe I usually start with click here so people know, well, yeah. To see if you should do a water fast. Okay. You can change the size of the font, but you can also change the size of the font by just changing the size of the box. Now the thing about these is I suggest you always have them above this imaginary line, because as people watch videos, ads pop up, and they pop up at weird times, not always in the beginning of the video. So you don't want to have the annotations ending up behind the ad. Now I need to go grab whoops, I need to go grab the code for my video. So I can either pick this longer code here, or when I have it in edit mode, I like to grab this smaller code over on the right. And I'm going to come back here and say link. It is a video. Click in the open field where I'm going to paste the text for the video and click to open in a new window. I can change the length of it, the length of the annotation down at the bottom. And like I said up here, I can change the font size to bigger. And that did that. I can change the background to a different color. I can change it to purple. I can change it to whatever I want. Okay, and save. So let's say I also want to do another one. I'm going to move this back. I'll do one more. And oh, now it's back. Here's my strawberry milkshake. And here it is in edit mode. I'm going to grab the code for that. I'm going to add an animation. Click note. Click here to see a recipe for a dairy-free strawberry milkshake. All right, I'll make it bigger. And then it's a link. It's a video. I'm pasting in the code. Open in a new window. Let's say I want to make it red for strawberry, and I can change the size of it if I want. I can also have both of these showing up at about the same time. So if I click and drag the strawberry one over where this one is here, this first one, it'll just, as if there are different tracks, it'll put it on a different track. And that's about it. So like I said, always have them above where the ad might appear, and when you're done, click Apply Changes. And those are the two annotations that I use most often. Check the next lecture and we'll talk about the other annotations that are available. While the most commonly used annotations that I use anyway are Note and Spotlight, I wanted to show you the others. So the first one I want to show you is Speech Bubble. Well, this one, it looks just like a note, but it just has a little speech idiom little piece here. So if I want to say there's a dog behind here, and let's see, where's the dog? She's right here, and I'm going to put her here. I could just put a note here, and I could link to a video, or I could just not link to anything. I could just have it as if I'm saying something, or some little note that I forgot to add before. So the previous lecture, we showed how to put the links to the video, but again, you don't really have to put a link to anything. You can just have an annotation. And then another one in here is title. The title isn't actually linked to anything. But it's just something that's showing up here. Oddly, well, it does have little corner things that are hard to see because of the color of my video, but I can change the size of it. I can move it around. I can change I only have a few choices of font size, and I can change the color of the font from either white to black or black to white, but that's all you have with the title. And then the third one in here is label. So I can type some text in here. This is about the dog getting around the gate. Now, you notice as I typed in here, nothing appeared. It's not until you mouse over it or the user would mouse over it that they'd even see it. All right, you can also link to something here if you want. Whoops, let me pause that. So you notice I mouse on, I mouse off, around, off. If I don't mouse over it, I won't necessarily see it. I'll probably see these 4 lines. And if I want, I can link to a video or link to a subscription here. Now, one other thing that I didn't do, if I move this over, I'm going to add a note this time. This is a note. And I'll change the color so that you can see it here. Oops, sorry. And I want to show you down here some other choices. So video is the obvious link because sometimes we want people to click on an annotation to go to a video. We also showed playlist and another video we showed subscribe, but we can put in a channel name, which is a lot like subscribing, but of course we want people to subscribe. We can put in a Google Plus or link to the Google Plus. If we have a crowdfunding project, we can do that. The website associated with the particular account, and this would probably be, of course, all my channels are now monetized, but I think it's only for a monetized website or monetized channel and merchandise, and I think that's also for a monetized. So I would put in a valid merchant URL, and there's some information here to learn more. So as you get more advanced and have a monetized channel, those would make more sense. So I hope you enjoyed learning about annotations. Remember, these are not in mobile, so make sure that you watch the lecture about cards and always click Apply Changes to get them saved. To give you an idea of a more complex end clip, I want to show you something that I recently did. So this is the end of one of my recent videos where I changed the end clip. See that? So I have a video playing in here that's clickable. If you click it, you're going to go to that video. I have a subscribe button that's clickable. That's an annotation. And this one down here is an annotation. The only one that isn't is the Twitter. So I want to show you how I did this. So obviously, a couple of lectures ago, you learned how to put an annotation over subscribe and click here to see more videos like this one. But I want to show you how to pull in this type of video in the end. It's a little tricky, but it started with creating a JPEG, and I did it in my favorite in PowerPoint because it's easy. And it looks like this. Very simple, just some text and some fancy text. And then I saved that as a JPEG file. So now we're back to what we did over here, and we're going to do it in my video editor. Now in the software for the editing, what I'm going to do is have a test video here. And then I imported through Import Media the JPEG file that looks like this. And it might not be long enough, so I'm going to change the duration to longer, maybe even 15 seconds. And then I'm going to bring in another video. So let's say, well, I'm just going to use the same one. But whatever video you would want to represent here, that's what you would bring in. So you would bring it into the track above and just before, and you line it up with this JPEG that's right here. So right now, the video that I want to play covers the whole screen, but what I'm going to do is shrink it Yes, I am. If it'll let me shrink it. There we go. I'm just going to move it over here for a second because my JPEG didn't get as big as I want it to be. And then my doggy video is a little bit too big. And I'm going to move it over here. Now, obviously, I don't want it to play. And let's say I don't even want this part. Let's say I want it, another part of it. So I'm going to move it way over. And let's say I want it to start here. So I'm going to split and then delete a piece off. Bring my playhead back here and bring this here. So they both line up, and then bring my playhead to the end and split it again and then get rid of this piece. Okay, so now it lines up nicely. See, isn't that cute? And then if I play it, it'll look like this. And that's how my end clip will look. And then if I want to put some, well, the other thing is I might not want it to be that loud. So I'm going to lock track 1, track 2, I'll put on audio, and then I'll say just bring that volume down a bit because we want the dog barking to be adorable, not annoying. And then the other thing I'll want to bring in is maybe some music, and I maybe want it to start before the end clip. So go back to my clip bin. Here's the music I brought in. This is going to go on track 3. And now I'm going to lock tracks 1 and 2. And for track 3, I'm going to bring that volume down a bit and play it and see how loud it is. Oh, what happened? That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the plan. No, I didn't want I didn't want this video to get really small. That's what I get for not adjusting my things properly. Okay, and let's play the music. And then when we get to the end, the music will keep playing, but I want it to stop. So I'm going to stop the playhead right there and split. Get rid of the extra music, and then I'm going to lock the first 2 tracks, and then on the audio for this one I'm going to have it fade out so that at the end okay. And then next I'm going to show you how I bring this into YouTube. I finished processing that video and I uploaded it to YouTube. It's unlisted, but I'm ready to go into edit mode with it. And then I'm going to go into annotations because we want to go to the end of this video and do something with it. All right, so we're going to go all the way to the end to where the annotation starts, which is right here. Let's see. I want to get it right when it starts. Okay, which is right there. So to make this fast, I know I choose the exact same video. But let's say that I actually wanted this video to be there, but I didn't pull it in. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go into edit mode, and the video that I want to put there, let's just pretend this is the same thing. I'm going to grab the code, the short code for that particular video, and I'm going to add an annotation, and it's going to be a spotlight. And I'm going to drag the spotlight little end pieces to that video. And down here, I'm going to say it's a link. It's a video. I'm going to paste the code. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I want this code. I highlighted it. I copied it again. I pasted in. And let's say open in a new window. even though here it wouldn't really be necessary because we want people to keep watching one video after another of ours. So actually it's not really necessary. So if they click on that, that's the video they're going to go to there. So that is how you put in a clip. Of course, then we have to save. And then I would also put in the subscribe annotation for this one and a playlist for this lower box, just like we did a couple lectures ago. So that is how you pull in one of these animated videos. You could also put a thumbnail there, but I think it's kind of cool to put in a clip of the video that they're going to get if they click it, and to do that in the editor. When you want to give viewers the option to skip ahead to a later part of your video, you do that through annotations. So we're going to start by adding a note where we want to allow them to skip ahead and say skip ahead to, I don't know, ABC. Make sure that you put these above where an ad is going to appear, okay? Because ads typically appear in this lower part. And I've seen other people's videos where these skip ahead annotations are right behind the ad and you can't click it. So then what you want to do is you're going to tell it to link, and you want it to link to the same video. So since you're already in the video, you're going to, actually you don't want to be in annotations. So you need to find your video in your video manager on another tab and click it to edit and go over to the right and grab this code. So I highlight it and I press Control-C to copy. I'm going to put it into the open field. So it's a link, it's a video, there's the code, and I'm going to tell it to start at, let's see, 47 seconds. And I do not want it to open in a new window. All right. So let's save, save and apply changes. And let's back it up and let's press go. And actually, let's test it over here. So let's go back. Since we saved this, let's click the video and let's get it to I did put it in the beginning. There's the ad, and there's the skip ahead. I'm clicking it, and I went right to 47 seconds. So it worked. See how easy that is? The trick is you have to grab the code for the video, and I always like to be in edit mode for these videos and clicking it over here. All right. So it's a note annotation. You write whatever you want. You can change the background color if you want to something else, and you paste it in. It's a link, and then you tell it where you want the people to go to in the video, how many minutes or seconds when they click that, and always click apply changes. YouTube has provided something they called cards that allow mobile users to engage because they cannot see annotations. So what we're going to do is go into edit mode for one of our videos, and up at the right we're going to click cards. The video will start playing right away, which is a little annoying, and I'm going to let it get to about the 18-second mark. Usually I put cards later, but this is a video I used earlier, and it's just got all kinds of annotations in it already. Okay, here. So over on the right, we have the different kind of cards, and they also have a link here that you can click to learn more about cards. And then down in the lower right, there's also a button that lets you zoom in a little bit more, but we don't really need it because our video is pretty short. So typically, the cards you're going to add are either to another video or to a playlist. So I love to add links to a playlist, especially if I'm doing a video about beauty and skincare, then I will pick that playlist down here. Did you see how I did that? Let me show you again. So add card, video or playlist. I'm going to click the create button, and the default is it comes to the tab called uploads, but those are individual videos. You click the other one called playlist, and then you can scroll down and see all your playlists. So I'm going to click the one called beauty, skincare, and makeup, create card. Right now, you can add up to 5 cards per video as I'm creating this. That could change in the future because they're always changing things. That's part of what YouTube does. So let's go a little bit further and we'll add a video. Now the thing is, because adding a card and adding a video, what am I going to do? Scroll through here to find something? No, I'm going to think ahead of time about a video that I want to add, and I'm going to grab the code from that video, and below all these pictures there's a very light gray area that says or enter a YouTube video or playlist URL. So I'm just going to paste in that code for that video and click create card. All right, and then maybe I'll move it a little bit further and add one more card just because I can. And let's see, maybe I'll do a healthy recipe. Usually I try to stay in the exact same playlist or exact same theme, but for our purposes I won't. So add video or playlist, and then I'm going to add that, create card. Now you saw a couple other choices here as well under card. I just want to go over them even though I'm not going to add them. So one is channel, and you see it says promote another channel. Not promote my channel, but I can promote another one of my channels. I can add some teasers, say a few things. So I do, let's see, I do have a channel that's my name, and then they have a custom message and a teaser text. Glory's Business Channel. They haven't done a good job of describing what the difference between these two fields. I probably wouldn't say, I'd probably say click to get business advice. Haha. Create card. All right, now I've done 4. Now the last one is a link to an approved website. You know, a few weeks ago, this list was a lot longer. Now they shorten it in this way. So because my channel is monetized, I have the chance to put in a link to a URL to a website associated with my channel. Or if they have certain approved retailer sites, which once you can see this, you can click approved retailer sites and see what those are, or supported crowdfunding sites if you're doing some crowdfunding. All right, so that's my card. And the interesting thing is they don't have any kind of button to save. They're automatically saved. So now let's see what the video looks like. And we're in edit mode here. So let's go back to the video manager. And by the way, I will have in the lecture notes a PDF file that has a link to Google YouTube's exact page where they talk about cards, because I'm sure they'll update it 7 times between now and someone watching this video. All right, so now we have these, and I think I put my first one right around the 18-second mark. So let's see, they're going to come up here, see, and I'm going to click it, and that makes the cards appear. And there is a very light gray scroll box. So all 4 of the cards that I posted appear here. I can say, I don't want to look at these, and click the off button, the X, or I can click it and I can go straight to this one. And it opens in another tab. Very, very nice. So that was nice. Here's the strawberry milkshake one. Click it. It goes straight to the video. So this is what we have now to help us draw in mobile viewers, because this is something that you can test on your own phone as well once you're adding cards to your videos. You might have seen that I set my videos to unlisted. Some people set them to private rather than the default that YouTube sets it at, which is public. And the reason I do that is because once you save changes and make it public, you miss the chance to add a message to your subscribers. So now I'm ready to make this particular video public. I guess it's called publishing. But when I pick public here, you'll see my picture comes up that's associated with my channel, and it says add a message to your video. It used to say add a message to your subscribers. And if I skip that and I click publish, I lose the opportunity to fill out this field. This field is not editable later. So usually I just copy and paste some of the early text or part of the text that's in my description and paste it into this field to subscribers. And I could add more to it, but that's usually enough. I also see now that I didn't choose my playlist, and I need to do that. So now that I've done that and I've put this text in here, now I'm ready to click publish. And once I do, and it has saved, and I come down to that field where it was a message to your video or message with your video, what I call the message to subscribers, it's not editable now. I'm clicking and nothing's happening. So the other option in here that we're going to talk about is scheduling a video to go live to publish at a later date and time. And we'll cover that in the next lecture. Being able to publish a video at a later date and time called scheduling is so convenient, especially if you're uploading 2 or more videos and you just want to spread them out. Now, if like me, you've set your video default so that it defaults to unlisted, when you click this drop-down arrow, you'll see that scheduled is grayed out. And that was so confusing at first, and there was nothing in YouTube's help to help me with that. Help wasn't helpful. So what you need to do is change it to private first, click Save Changes, then come back, and now scheduled is available. And you can choose the date and time that you want this to publish. So I'm going to choose, let's see, the 19th, and I'm going to choose like early in the morning. And this is when I can add a message to the subscribers, add a message to your video, which was taught in the last lecture. So I'm just going to copy some text. And like I taught in the last lecture, if I would click publish on my date after choosing scheduled here without putting a message in, I lose that ability to add the message to subscribers later. So that's why I'm doing it now. But isn't this great? You could have videos published while you're on vacation. You can, if you did 3 videos and you completed them, but you don't want them all to go live now, you can do one live now and one a few days from now and one a week from now. It's so nice. And I did all the other editing. I did the annotations already. I did the cards. So everything's ready to go. And now I can click publish on that date and we're done. For any of your videos, you can go back to them and edit them at any time, and you can edit just about anything. I like to come into Video Manager and just click the edit button. And once you're in it, you can edit the title, you can edit the description, you can add stuff to here, you can take stuff out, you can add to the tags or change them up or delete them any way you want. You can come to the top. You can add more annotations or take some out. You can add cards if you want, or well, you can have up to 5 cards. So if you only have 1, you can add more. If there were some other enhancements you wanted to do, you could do that. I don't come in here to do anything because I do all my enhancements in my editor. And then back here, there are things that you can play around with once you're monetized. They've changed this recently. If you don't want the skippable video ads, you can take that out. If you don't want sponsored cards, that's kind of new. I like having that. If you don't want those overlay ads, maybe the overlay ads are in the way of something in your video and it's just bugging you because they're coming up and covering something, you can uncheck that if you want. Now I have another spot down here where ad breaks are, and I don't have the ability to add one after the video. That's only for me for videos that are 10 minutes long or longer. I do prefer that my videos be less than that length anyway. But there are certain places where we can tweak where the ads are showing. And I'm sure over time they'll change that again. Then there are other advanced settings that you can change from time to time. Now all of mine go into this how to and style category. But if I do in my other channel videos about my dog, I have it under pets and animals. If I don't like the comments that are coming in, I can change this to allow comments, but I might just change them to approve, which would mean I have to approve them, and we'll cover those in a future lecture. And there are just some other tweaks. I could have made these tweaks when I was creating the video as well, but it's just good to know that you can test some things, and you can change the thumbnail and just see if another thumbnail attracts more viewers. Maybe putting some extra text that you didn't think about into the description will help the search bots find when people search for something on your video, help you find it a little bit better. And always remember to click Save Changes when you're done. And that's editing.